welcome to my channel. I am so excited about this reading. I was picking up a lot of excitement. What was really interesting for me was I was in my meditation, and usually like downloads can come pretty fast. But I was sitting there and I was guided to do this reading. And then all of a sudden, I went to go sit down for my meditation and nothing would come in. And I was like, oh, is it time for me to do this? I was asking spirit, right? And it was like, no, the timing's right. The timing's right. And I was like, okay. But I sat there for a good 5 to 10 minutes and not one single download. Like I couldn't think of anything. Nothing was coming up. And then all of a sudden, boom, 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 boom. All these different channels, all these downloads started to come in. And I feel like that is the energy for you, where maybe you've been, spinning your gears, trying to do something, create something is what I'm getting. You left behind maybe a certain partnership or something and have put everything into trying to build anew. And for whatever reason, you were hitting a lot of speed bumps, a lot of roller coaster of emotions and like trying to make it happen. And it wasn't happening because the timing wasn't right. But now I feel like you are in this timing where everything is starting to just click, where it's just one thing after the other is all starting to fall into an alignment. That's what I say. It's a breakthrough right now. You've been waiting for the energy to be just right, and it just wasn't your timing yet. But now everything is in alignment. It's all starting to open up for you. You might have already started to have certain downloads or just exchanges, right? Maybe there's certain synchronicities and everything that have come to you. And I really feel like that's what's going on here. I think what could be very helpful during this time is your visualization technique. So if you are into manifestation, I would continue with that. Pop on like a little Joe Dispenza meditation or something, but be in a heart opening position. It's super important. That's what I kept hearing, was drop into your heart center and allow yourself to open your heart space. So yeah, that's what I got. Let's begin to pull a couple cards here. So first I got was the Three of Pentacles, right? Is collaboration. I see a lot of collaboration here, and just abundance coming in, right? It's a matter of trying to execute actually what you have been wanting to do, right? Maybe you were in a period of maybe hibernation, self-care, really trying to get into alignment of what you actually want to create. And now it feels like there's certain resources or somebody that's going to come in and going to be able to maybe just give you the right ideas. We have the Page of Swords here. So to me, that is cutting through the BS, right? And like really getting hyper focused on what it is in your vision. What are you trying to create? So it goes back to those heart opening visualization practices. What are you trying to create? And if anything is trying to sideline you right now, I think it's super important to stay focused on what you're trying to create. Because in that, you are going to start to align with the right people at the right timing. It doesn't feel like you're going to really hit many speed bumps. I'm picking up energy healing businesses. Maybe it could be Reiki. It could be maybe your reader as well. But I'm feeling like this is in alignment of some way you're helping somebody. I heard physical therapy, and I also heard, what was that? Well, do I feel like reading all of these? Okay. Yeah. Okay. So we have the Magician here in reverse, and the Moon, Justice, and the Queen of Pentacles. So I really do feel like, again, cutting through all these different distractions. There might be certain flings or relationships that might be very, very exciting, but right now Spirit is asking you to really tap into your deepest desires. Is what you're doing every day in alignment to where you're going, or is it taking away from where you want to go? There's a shadow aspect here, and I feel like you have really worked on yourself. There's been a lot of journaling. There's been a lot of self-care, the meditations, everything, trying to get yourself in alignment. But I do see this situation where it's kind of testing you. Can you stay focused and aligned to your highest goal, your highest mission? Or are you going to let that take you, let this be a distraction, right? But I see that you're getting your justice. I got it in reverse, but I don't feel it that way. I feel like you are getting your justice. There is a situation that had transpired all of these actions, right? It could have been in a past relationship where they just didn't treat you right. And you decided to pack your bags and say, let's figure this out. Let's try something new. And I feel like there was a lot on the lines. There was a lot on the lines for you to get to where you are, and you are getting your justice. With this Queen of Pentacles here, I feel like it's super important right now to really pay attention to what it is that you actually want, because sometimes it can be this idea. If we're dealing with like a lot of root chakra healing or wounding, first of all, let's talk about the wounding. It's really easy for us to just want food, water, shelter, right? Like we want our security, we want the abundance, we want the money, right? Like, especially living in a world where it tells us that, you know, finances are everything. And as long as you have the finances, it doesn't really matter what else you have. But I think with the Queen of Pentacles, it's really telling us to take it back a notch and really pay attention, right? Because you can have money and still be so empty on the inside, right? And so the finances aren't everything. And it's a matter of creating that abundance that is all around, right? Like your relationships with your kids, your pets, your friends, family members. I'm picking up, yeah, this is a time of sovereignty for you, and really starting to understand just how powerful you are in co-creation with the divine. Yeah. Let's see. I got the Devil. So I am picking up on heavy distraction right now, and the need to be laser focused, right? Because we're working with the energy, just like my meditation, where it was saying, you know, the timing just wasn't right. If you are laser focused and you cut through any of the distractions, this manifestation is going to happen. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when, right? And it's like you are on the swing. You are, you know, like a surfer. That's what I saw is coming through a wave, right? And they're riding the wave. You're riding the wave right now, and like you're about to peak. You're about to peak, but you have to let go of these attachments. I really feel like there is a certain, I'm picking up relationship, somebody that they don't feel bad. They don't feel like horrible, and maybe even like a good relationship to have, but it's to what extent that you put your happiness in their hands, right? And remembering that what you're trying to build is the most important thing. All right, let's see what else. I feel like right there, I heard 3. Yeah, that's so funny. Okay, so we have the 8 of Cups here. I love this card because he's releasing, he's leaving everything behind that he's known and going on to this journey. And I see him, he's leaving by himself. So that reiterates the sovereignty. And, you know, we have to let go of certain things and situations. And I'm picking up on that relationship. That it doesn't mean that it has to be bad, but releasing the attachment, right? Release the attachment so that way you can open up to discover actually what you truly want, what you truly desire. Sometimes it takes that leap of faith. You know, we're not going to have all the answers. There's going to be a lot of muddiness, but this is on the journey to your true abundance, right? There's a lot of times like our ego thinks that this is going to bring us the most fulfillment, that we are going to be so happy once we have whatever desired outcome. A lot of times it's finances, right? And we think, oh, once I have that, I'm going to be so happy. But then, you know, our spirit, it knows that, I know that's like what your ego truly wants, but here's something better, right? And it might not be exactly what we were envisioning, but it's something. It's funny because when I manifest, I always get the thing that I wanted, but one detail is off, right? Like I remember I was manifesting, I really wanted like a gunmetal gray Toyota at the time. And I ended up getting the exact car that I had wanted for the perfect price, right? But one detail was off, and it ended up being a black Toyota. And to me, that's kind of the energy that I'm feeling here, is like, maybe it's not going to be everything that you anticipated, but it's going to be exactly what you need. And it's not only that, like, it's going to bring your soul fulfillment. It's going to help you to just experience true joy. Yeah, the Death card. This is a death and rebirth. It is leaving behind what no longer serves you. With that devil energy, I'm really picking up that relationship, right? And death, don't let that scare you, right? Like, this is your rebirth. This is the upswing. I feel it so strongly that what you're trying to manifest is right around the corner. You just need to have you releasing. So maybe picking up that journaling, again, heart opening practices, really getting in tune with your spirit and not so much the ego in your meditation. All right, let's pick one more. Let's see. I feel like splitting right there. 4. Okay, so we got the 7 of Wands in reverse. Yeah. So with this, I see the 7 of Wands as a very fierce and masculine energy. It is, I am going to go and I'm going to do whatever it takes, right? I'm going to push myself. I'm going to go. And I feel like what Spirit is asking is for that deep surrender. So releasing out of that masculine energy, allowing yourself to call in what you truly want, and spending more time just energetically clearing, right? Your manifestations, they want to come, but there is that block. And once that block is released, I feel like the manifestation is just going to show up like that. Is there anything else, Spirit? I feel like that's everything. Yeah. Please let me know, maybe comment down below if this resonates with you, maybe specific situations. I would love to hear. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in one of my next videos.